show your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now unfortunately, y'all, it's not looking too good for NoLimit Kyro, and it seemed like everything went from bad to worse, despite the Instagram post where people are saying that he's good with his feet kicked up in the whole 9 yards. Now, whether you're in jail and got a certain division on lock or not, regardless, whether they treating you like the man or not, at the end of the day, jail is jail. And it's a place that nobody wants to be. I don't care how good you claim you got it while you in there. Your freedom is worth more than all that. And with that being said, it's looking like NoLimit Kyro's freedom is in jeopardy, as rumors have come out that his most recent case has been picked up by the feds and is being alleged that he's facing a bunch of time in federal prison. Now, y'all know I always tell y'all on this channel, when it comes to the feds picking up your case, just know that you're basically guaranteed to do some type of time behind bars. It could be a lot or it could be a little, but knowing how the feds play, they don't come for anything small. They're not going to pick up your case for a measly 1, 2, or even 3 years. When the feds pick your case up, it means that it must be of some type of interest, and they're looking to throw football numbers at you. Meaning it could go anywhere from the 10s, 15, 20, 30, however much years, so on and so forth. Now, y'all know we don't wish jail or death on anyone, but we know that to this day the feds still maintain a 97 to 98% conviction rate, and when they come after you, it's usually because they already know what's going on and they're approaching you with time. Some people think it's a game and decide to take it to trial and end up blowing trial and receiving double the time their first offer was. Meanwhile, the ones that know how the feds play, they opt to not go to trial and just hope the offer given is one that'll allow them to at least be able to see the light of day again in the free world. So when it comes to NoLimit Kyro, I know he said before that he'll be back soon. However, I don't think he understood the type of charges he was facing at the time and how serious it was enough for the feds to pick the case up. So we're going to get into the charges that NoLimit Kyro got, and then also speak about why the feds might have picked up his case in the first place, and what does that mean for the Joker NoLimit Kyro himself and his future. And interesting enough, right? He called out Herbo before during his interview with 16 Shot on Visuals, and I know he got his own money, but do you think Herb may help him out this time around, being that he called him out the last time for not helping out any of the guys that was behind bars? I know Kyro is in tune with Bibby and them, and like I said, he got his own money. So maybe he don't even need Herbo, but it would be a good gesture. I don't know what their relationship is now, but this would be the time that Herbo can actually prove himself about helping guys that are behind the bars. But anyway, y'all hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Now, if y'all remember, NoLimit Kyro was recently locked up for a couple charges, and those charges would include, quote, unlawful use of a firearm, receiving, possessing, or selling stolen vehicle, parking violation, driver's license expired more than a year, criminal damage to property over $500, fleeing, attempting to elude officer, and unlawful use of a weapon, felony possession, use of a machine gun. Now, it's been rumored that one of those firearms included a switch attachment to it, and that's what changes the dynamic on everything. Now, it's one thing for Kyro to already have priors for a case like this, where he already committed the same crime, but it's another thing when a switch attachment is now involved. For y'all that don't know, a switch attachment enhances your charge, being that it's not only illegal to possess, a switch is just illegal, period. and it's a federal charge when you get caught with one in your possession. In most cases in Chicago, if you get caught illegally possessing a weapon and you already have a charge of illegal possession of a firearm in the past, they hit you with an armed habitual criminal charge, which also enhances your charges and make it to where you're in jeopardy of receiving more jail time. This may be what's going on with NoLimit Kyro, because supporters will realize after a picture of him in court will go viral that Kyro have officially been moved from the county to a federal courtroom during his previous court date on the 11th of this month. Most of the Chicago guys who are familiar with the court system and how things work out there will point out that he's wearing an orange jumpsuit, which I'm assuming indicates that he's now in the feds. One user would say the same thing after they would get in the comments of the Gang Hits 2 post and say, quote, "Bro definitely just had on brown in Division 11, been to the feds and I know them courtrooms. That's definitely the feds in orange. Anybody saying PC, slow as F. Cook County PC is yellow. Hashtag free the Joker, hashtag free the guys, hashtag snitch K." Now another user will go on and say, quote, "I think that's the federal courthouse in Chicago, so he might be in the feds." So it's looking like the guys that actually been through the federal system in Chicago is vouching that that's exactly what's going on, and Kyro is definitely in the feds for sure. Now once again, it could either be the switch attachment that he was allegedly caught with, or it could also be the armed habitual criminal charge. In Chicago, the feds also pick up guys with those charges when they've been hit with similar firearm charges more than once. I'm assuming they feel that when that occurs, the individual didn't learn their lesson from the last time, so they step into the situation and make the punishment a little more harsh on their guidelines so you can actually learn your lesson. And it's unfortunate because NoLimit Kyro himself already spent some time behind bars and was already hit with an armed habitual charge back in 2017. Only difference is that time, the feds didn't step in. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen now. On top of that, he didn't have a bond, and when they do that, they don't give you a bond. At least to me, that's automatically a red flag. But to each his own. I feel this time around it might look a little ugly for Kyro. However, do not count him out as yet. I think every time we see one of these guys have to spend a little time behind bars, we read the charges and automatically assume that it's over. And in most cases, it usually is. But I don't know what type of laws they got in Chicago where these guys get booked for crazy charges and still end up getting right out in a short period of time. Right? Same thing that happened with Duke from O-Block when he got locked up. He basically just came home not too long prior. They got him on weapon possession charges and also classified him as an armed habitual criminal. Due to his priors, everyone thought it was over for him, and he ended up coming home like a year or so later. Right? So don't just count Kyro out just yet. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see how everything plays out. And I know he's probably going through it. I know as much as he probably sit there and wanna make it seem like he's not or laughing, the feds is no joke, y'all, right? Like jail is one thing, but then when they get upgraded to the feds, that's just a whole different ball game. Not to mention, it's like one thing after another. You dealing with one situation, next you know the feds come and grab you. It's like, here we go. That's the worst feeling ever. When you think you about to get out of a situation or fight this situation, and the next thing you know, the feds come and pick you up while you sit in that cell, it's the worst feeling, especially when you don't know what's going on. You know, so like I said, man, y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. And I'm out.